Pakistan, a nation brimming with potential, boasts a diverse economy with deep agricultural roots and burgeoning industrial sectors. Agriculture, the backbone of the nation, employs a significant portion of the population and contributes significantly to the GDP. From the fertile plains of Punjab to the lush green fields of Sindh, Pakistan produces a wide array of crops, including wheat, cotton, rice and sugarcane. Beyond agriculture, Pakistan has witnessed commendable growth in its industrial sector. The textile industry, renowned for its craftsmanship, has emerged as a major player in the global market. Additionally, sectors such as cement, fertilizer and automotive manufacturing have shown promising growth trajectories, contributing to Pakistan's economic expansion. The services sector, fueled by a burgeoning IT industry and a growing middle class, has also emerged as a key driver of economic activity. However, despite its inherent strengths, Pakistan's economy faces persistent challenges, including fiscal deficits, inflationary pressures, and a substantial external debt burden. These interconnected issues pose significant hurdles to achieving sustained and inclusive growth. Addressing these challenges is crucial for unlocking Pakistan's true economic potential and ensuring a prosperous future for its citizens. Pakistan's economic landscape, while dotted with opportunities, is currently grappling with a confluence of challenges that threaten its stability and growth prospects. One of the most pressing issues is the persistent fiscal deficit, a situation where government expenditures consistently outpace revenues. This imbalance, often stemming from a combination of factors including inadequate tax collection, high defense spending and subsidies, has led to a mounting public debt burden. Adding to the economic woes is the specter of inflation, which erodes purchasing power and disproportionately affects the most vulnerable segments of society. Rising food and energy prices, often fueled by global supply chain disruptions and domestic policy choices, have placed immense strain on household budgets. The State Bank of Pakistan, tasked with maintaining price stability, has responded with monetary tightening measures, but the effectiveness of these measures remains to be seen. Furthermore, the external sector presents its own set of challenges. Pakistan faces a persistent trade deficit, importing more goods and services than it exports. This imbalance puts pressure on the country's foreign exchange reserves and contributes to currency depreciation. Addressing these multifaceted economic challenges requires a comprehensive and coordinated policy response, encompassing fiscal prudence, targeted social safety nets, and measures to enhance export competitiveness. Central to Pakistan's economic woes is its substantial external debt burden. Over the years, Pakistan has relied heavily on foreign loans to finance development projects, bridge fiscal gaps, and meet its external payment obligations. While foreign borrowing can be a legitimate tool for economic development, excessive reliance on it can lead to a vicious cycle of debt accumulation. Pakistan's foreign debt stock comprises a mix of bilateral loans, primarily from friendly countries like China and Saudi Arabia, multilateral loans from institutions like the World Bank and Asian Development Bank, and sovereign bonds issued in international capital markets. Each type of debt carries its own terms and conditions, including interest rates, maturity periods, and grace periods. Understanding the structure and dynamics of Pakistan's foreign debt is crucial for formulating effective debt management strategies. This includes assessing the sustainability of debt levels, exploring options for debt restructuring or refinancing, and ensuring that future borrowing is aligned with the country's long-term development goals. Section 4. The Debt Trap, Unraveling the Causes of Accumulation. The accumulation of Pakistan's foreign debt can be attributed to a complex interplay of factors, both internal and external. One of the primary drivers is the persistent fiscal deficit discussed earlier. When government expenditures consistently exceed revenues, the government is forced to borrow to bridge the gap, often resorting to external sources of financing. Another significant contributor is Pakistan's heavy reliance on imported goods, particularly energy and capital goods. This import dependency, coupled with sluggish export growth, has resulted in persistent trade deficits, putting pressure on the country's foreign exchange reserves and necessitating external borrowing to finance the gap. External shocks such as global economic downturns, natural disasters and geopolitical instability have also played a role in exacerbating Pakistan's debt burden. These events can disrupt economic activity, lead to capital flight and necessitate additional borrowing to cope with the fallout. Moreover, inefficiencies in tax collection have further compounded the problem. Section 5. A stifled economy, the impact of debt on growth. The burgeoning foreign debt burden casts a long shadow over Pakistan's economic prospects, stifling growth and hindering the country's ability to invest in its future. Debt servicing, which refers to the repayment of principal and interest on outstanding loans, consumes a significant portion of government revenue, leaving fewer resources available for essential expenditures such as education, healthcare and infrastructure development. High debt levels can also deter foreign investment, as investors become wary of the risks associated with lending to a heavily indebted country. This can lead to a decline in capital inflows, further constraining economic growth. Moreover, a high debt burden can trigger a vicious cycle of currency depreciation and inflation. As the government borrows more from external sources, the demand for foreign currency increases, putting downward pressure on the local currency. This depreciation makes imports more expensive, fueling inflation and eroding purchasing power. The combined impact of these factors can lead to a decline in living standards, particularly for the most vulnerable segments of society.